Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am your boy. I am the one, the only. I am the Sinister-one. And today we are doing a top 5 Russian off-road trucks. We are going to be doing this list from best to worst, in my opinion, of what's best to worst. From playing the game, I have completed just about every contract in the game, and I have drove just about every truck in the game. Well, I have drove every truck in the game, and this is from my experience, not from it's kind of from personal opinion. But from my experience playing the game with these trucks, and I have done contracts for every single one of these. I have done contracts for every single one of the off-road trucks. So let's go ahead and get into it, and starting at number 1. I gotta go back into my settings real quick and turn my HUD controller back on. But we're going to start at number 1, which is going to be the Azov 64-131. This truck right here is available from the very start of the game. As soon as you get enough money to purchase this truck, you just got to come to Russia to get it. And honestly, this to me is not only the best off-road Russian truck in the game, but one of the best off-road trucks in the game, period. And honestly, whenever I first come across this thing, I thought it was going to be top heavy, really top heavy, considering how high the cab is on the truck compared to a lot of these. Yes, it is somewhat lacking in the maneuverability department. It does have the dual front wheel steering. Now, all these trucks do have all the upgrades, all the suspension lift kits, the best motors, the best transmissions, and honestly, this right here, even without the off-road gearbox and some of the best trucks and the best tires that you can get, is still one of the best trucks, base model, that you can buy. For a great starter truck, I would recommend getting up enough money, coming here and buying this, and this thing will make your gaming life a lot easier. I mean, it just literally just loves to go anywhere and everywhere, and I've not had much of any issues out of this thing. But yeah, that's the Azov 64-131. The number 1 on the list for good reason. Now the stats on this truck, with the best motor, basically everything you can get in the truck to make it the best that it can be, is an A+ for power to weight, an A for durability, and a B- for fuel consumption. Now it comes with a 350 liter tank, and I know it says B- on fuel consumption. Now it is a little more fuel consumptuous with the bigger motor in it, but I haven't had much issues of getting out and trying to do tasks and stuff like that, and having to worry about running out of gas. Alright, we're going to go ahead and stop our engines on this one. And we're going to jump into our number 2 vehicle, which is going to be another Azov. This one is the Azov 5319. It has a 200-liter tank, which is one of the reasons I almost want to say, besides the other Azov, this is one of the best trucks in the game. But that is the biggest downfall of this thing, is I don't let them sit in the mud too long. Yeah, let's go ahead and get on top there for a second. Like I said, this is one of the best off-road trucks in the game as far as it goes. It really, it's a great truck. It's about like the other Azov. It lacks in maneuverability as far as it goes, because the dual steering, you just don't have that much of a turning radius. But as far as hitting off-road trails and stuff like that with it is no issue. The other thing that kind of hurts this, and I don't know if they're gonna fix it, to me they need to. Whenever you're driving down the roads and down the trails and stuff like that, the impact box on the front of this thing tends to impact the ground or the road, as it were, and tends to, it'll impact and slow you down severely. Honestly, if it wasn't for that fact, and the fact that it only has a 200-liter tank, this right here could possibly be in the #1 spot. It would be a really close race between it and its counterpart. These are really good off-road trucks. I picked every single one of these for a reason. I didn't just go all willy-nilly on it. And yes, there are only 2 more off-road trucks, Russian off-road trucks, besides these. I didn't impact front end there. They did not make the list for a reason. One of them could have possibly made the list, but I cannot get the lifted suspension for it yet. But yeah, there is our number 2 spot on the list. That is the Azov 5319. Great truck. You can actually get this one from the very start of the game. You don't have, I don't believe you have to be a certain level to unlock this one. Oh, and stats on it. The power to weight is A. Durability sitting at A, and fuel consumption sitting at a B-. Now, you cannot get the lifted suspension on this one, but you can get the off-road tires. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch into our number 3. Which is going to be the Vrond. Now, the Vrond, I didn't try until later in the game. And that was kind of a downfall to it. Honestly, I would love to play to this truck a little bit more than what I have, and I'm going to. I got the pink paint job on it. I got the big snorkel. Now, one of the things I do love about this truck is its maneuverability. It is, nope, all-time, all-wheel drive, all-time diff lock, and it It goes like nobody's business. Very good truck. Now, these are all contenders for #1 spots. And like I said at the beginning of this, is a preference for me. This is the reason the list is the way it is. Now, if I made a top 10 or top 5 off-road trucks, period, I believe all of these, except for -1, would probably make it into the list. And the one that wouldn't make it is our number 5, but we'll get to that one here in a second. That's it. I'm in water over the hood, and it doesn't stop. The Russian trucks in this game, just like the Russian map, is next level stuff. I love the American trucks, don't get me wrong, there are some great American trucks, and I am going to be doing American top 5 off-road trucks from best to worst. But yeah, the Russian trucks are awesome in this game. I had to give them that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and let's go stop the engine on that so I don't have to worry about running out of gas. I'm not that far from the garage, but still yet. Alrighty, let's go back. And the next truck on the list, sitting at our number 4 spot, is actually a free truck that you can get on this map. It is the Tyga 6436. I absolutely love the way this truck look at the tires on that. The tires are ridiculous, man. I love it. But this is sitting at number 4 spot. 330 liter tank, which is really good for off-road truck, for any of the vehicles on here. The power to weight on this is sitting at S, with a durability at A and a fuel consumption at a B minus. Now, I believe the reason that the power to weight is sitting so high on this thing is because it's such a small truck. Now, if you want one that you can go out, run quick, because this thing will move, and so we'll go Ron D. You just want to run out and do quick missions. You ain't got to worry about hauling nothing too awful heavy. This is the truck that I would probably pull out. Just throw you a flatbed on it, put your little trailer up behind it, and just go to town in it. It is a really good truck, very capable. Does great in mud, does great off-road. Not had any issues out of the truck in general as far as performance goes. And like I said, this is a free truck. All you have to do is repair the vehicle whenever you first come into the map. It is actually over here in this little ditch line right here. And set a scientist or engineer or something like that done something to the truck, and he wound up wrecking it. He tried to soup it up and couldn't handle the power. But yeah, it is very capable truck. This is only sitting at number 4 because it's a smaller truck. And I have noticed hauling heavier loads with it sometimes that it doesn't quite have the power as 2 Azov trucks do. And the same can be said for Ron D. To me, this one and the Ron are really good. Just go out and very maneuverable, get the back roads, take you a couple loads with you, and there you go. But yeah, that's the Tyga 6436 for you. Like I said, very capable truck, great truck. I love driving it. Gonna stop the engine on that one. And we are going to jump into our number 5. And this is last, but is not what I would call least. And this is the reason right here that is sitting in number 5 position. The all-wheel drive and the diff lock are not always on this thing. It lacks a little bit of something. It lacks that. All the rest of the trucks here have all-time all-wheel drive, all-time diff lock, and to me, especially in the late game or even after a while of just playing is, you don't have to worry about, especially over in Russia, don't want to have to worry about kicking on your diff lock all the time or having to go to load to have your diff lock on, because it does make a difference. Or even having to kick your all-wheel drive on. Now, this is out of the Ron trucks. It seems like the newer of the 3 in the game, which it does really good on the road. You can take it out all, you can actually save gas in it. It has a 330-liter tank. Really good. Great looking interiors on all the trucks. Great looking trucks. I mean, it gets moving on down the road pretty good, but over in Russia, I mean, especially in late game, you don't have a lot of, you got one really long paved road in the first map on Russia, but the rest of them kind of lacking on that one. And honestly, I found the capability of this one, floating rock, isn't as high or as good as some of the other ones for some reason. I don't know if it's where you have to lock the diff in or it's still crawling even there. But as you see, whenever I come through and that ass off through here, it just, oh, she's still moving. Let's see if I can put her down low and get her moving a little bit better through there. But, yeah, it just doesn't, to me, doesn't perform as well as some of the other trucks on the list. And the fact that you have to switch your all-wheel drive on and off, and your locking diff, and all that, I mean, it's just something that you really don't want to have to mess with all the time on there. I mean, I guess that kind of goes with the personal preference. It's up to its nose in water, right at the hood, and it's still crawling. It's still going. But it just, I don't know. It made it to number 5, but and like I said, making number 5 even on this list is no small feat. It is, like I said, it is last, but definitely not least on the trucks. It's still a very capable truck. It's just not one of my favorites, especially for late game Russian map gameplay. But yeah, there is the Rongrad. Let's say a very capable truck. And we have one more here. We're going to stop the engine on this one. And this is the honorable mention of Russia. This, to me, and the reason this is what I'm calling this an honorable mention, is to me, This is considered a heavy truck. And it's got a 350 liter tank on it. You can get the off-road tires, unlike some of the other heavies. This right here is not even considered. I'd almost put this more in the class of heavy duty than heavy. Now I have had some big loads of this thing, and it handles it really well. I can see why it's considered a heavy truck. But to me, the capability of this truck and the utilityness of the truck, I mean, it's got front wheel steering. It doesn't have the dual wheels, but honestly, you really don't miss them. You got 5 gears, even with off-road training, and it just literally just goes. This right here should have been, to me, it should have been either a heavy duty or a heavy truck, or an off-road truck. Words are hard. It literally just, it goes like an off-road truck. Maybe because it has off-road tires, which isn't an option on a lot of the heavy trucks. Not true off-road tires. It really just, it goes and goes quick. Saying I come up a hill in 4th gear like it wasn't nothing, and I've done that with a lot of different loads on this thing. It just very capable truck, has a really flexible chassis on it. You can get spare wheel on it. Like I said, it has a 350 liter tank, and it doesn't burn through fuel very much. I mentioned the fuel consumption rating on the trucks because it is a thing on here. But to me, the fuel consumption ratings really doesn't mean that much at this point. The fuel consumption goes by motor size, and by rating, and how much fuel it consumes by that. It doesn't go by the size of your tank or anything like that. And that makes a difference to me. And that makes a difference to anybody else playing with these trucks in the game. Is how long you can stay out doing your job. That's how you make money on it. You make money by doing contracts, by doing tasks, and you don't want to have to worry about trying to find a gas station or find a freaking fuel trailer somewhere or something like that. I mean, it makes a difference. But yeah, this definitely had to get an honorable mention in this. And honestly, there's a couple more heavies, Russian trucks that are very, very capable Russian trucks. But to me, this right here just is more of a class of off-road. Like I said, you can get off-road tires on it. It does really good in mud. It does really good everywhere. I mainly use this as a rescue truck, honestly, because I can either put a big crane on it, or you can actually put the bigger, I believe you can put the bigger service trailer, the service back on this, which has more fuel and more repair points in it. So it's either this or one of the other ones you can do that with, but it really does come in handy as a rescue truck to me. Oh, I'm stuck. No. Must be a freaking bush underneath me. I'm bottomed down on my front. One of the two. But, yeah, it had to get an honorable mention in this video. And I believe that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, go ahead and comment and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, because a lot of people that watch my videos are not subscribers. But if you really do enjoy the content, please subscribe to the videos. And don't forget to turn on those post notifications. That way you know whenever I post a new video. And your boy is out.